Okay, g'day guys. So today we are talking about the single leg standing hamstring curl. What a mouthful. Fantastic exercise that I actually see done really poorly for the most part because they're not following our acronym. And our acronym is STEP, stability, tension, execution, and performance. So with this exercise, we know that it is targeting our hamstring curls, right? Targeting our hamstrings. What we need to know is that our hamstrings go over two joints, okay? It goes over our hip joint and our knee joint. Now, what we know is that that in order to create the most amount of tension through a working muscle, that goes over two joints, we need to make sure that one joint is completely immobile while the other does its thing. So a great example of this is actually on our quads, in that if we were to create as much tension or contraction through our quadriceps here, this knee joint will not give us a great amount of torque because of the amount of effort that's going on in this particular area. So when I go to straighten, I actually can't straighten that leg or that portion of the muscle, right? Because all the emphasis is going into the top portion of the quadricep because it goes over two joints, right? Same with the hamstring. So what you see happen is that a lot of people, when they perform this exercise, they start looking something like this, right? Now, if you're doing it that way, let's just tighten you up a little bit. So first things first is that we want to create as much stability as possible through this hip. So we're actually going to drive our hips forward and into the bench. So when I'm coming in, first thing I want to do is I'm going to set my legs up so that my knee or the pad sits just above my knee, and I'm actually thinking that I'm doing a preacher bicep curl. So if anyone's done a preacher bicep curl, you place your arms just over the top of this and you come up and you squeeze, and all that load is just going through your biceps. Exactly the same concept with this bad boy. You're going to start with that pad just above your kneecap so you can create as much stability off the pad through your femur and contract as hard as you possibly can through your hamstring. Right. So the next point of call is, now that I have the right height, I actually don't mind tucking in both legs, but you can have one leg out. I'm thinking about my glutes. Now, I'm naturally going to slightly fall forward to create a little bit more tension through the hamstring, but I'm going to squeeze my glutes. It is really important that we keep these on nice and tight. Okay. Now, what am I going to do with my ankle joint? The ankle joint's at play here because we need to come up and flex the hamstring. We're actually going to point the toe, okay? And the way the calf interacts with the hamstring and the way the hamstring comes over the top of the knee joint, by pointing the toe, you're going to get a far greater contraction through your hamstring than you are going to go lax. And it's something that you can try at home. This image is really poor because you can see his ankle is actually straight. So we actually want to point our toe. So again, slightly lean forward, get yourself comfortable. You can even pull your shoulder blades back and down, okay, in this position. Create more stability, nothing wrong with more stability. Shoulder blades back and down, my glutes are switching on. I'm pointing my toe and up and load that hamstring. Oh my word, okay. Again, up, load that hamstring, and you will feel that when you're coming up that it is bunching up like mad. Now, trust me when I say this is the way you want to go about doing this exercise, and the reason, I could never trust someone who says trust me. The reason being is because I was that particular person who, just like potentially you, where we were getting in, we're just moving load, right? But you can see how effortless this is when I'm like this, versus if I squeeze my glutes, shore up these hips, shoulder blades back and down, point toe, and then up and squeeze, right? And you can see that I'm working overtime in order just to move that light load. So team, that is how I would suggest that you go about executing your single leg standing hamstring curl.